Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast on the Box Office Buzz 302 YouTube channel. I am Gilly Rosari. I am here along with my main man, Larry Loper. Larry, the regular season is almost come down to the very end. We've got a few win to make the playoffs or go home kind of games, which makes week 18 spectacular. Yes, spectacular. My team coming off of a great game, still lost. But we'll get into that in a second, brother. I know you're excited. I'm excited.
Oh,
Let's get it crack-a-lackin'. Are you
oh,
ready?
I'm ready, man. Oh man, I can't wait, Gilly. Let's get into it, man. Oh man, week 18. Woo! I
Let's
can't remember.
go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
All right. Now we know that in less than a week will be Black Monday, which signals, coaches cleaning out their office. So the question is, coaches not looking forward to Black Monday. I got a list. We'll do yay or nay, and then we'll deep dive into it. Okay?
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Here's the
So,
first name. Or do you want to do the first name?
I'm gonna pop them up, and we'll just pop up on the screen and yeah or
Uh-huh.
nay. You
Okay,
ready?
here we go. Here we
Let's
go.
get it. First one.
Pete
Yeah.
Carroll. Does he stay? Yay. Does he leave? Nay. Pete Carroll is a nay.
Nay.
Raheem
Right?
Morris is a nay.
Hmm.
Mike Kafka is a nay.
Zach
Zach
Taylor.
Taylor is a nay.
Oh, we'll talk about that one. Shane Steichen.
Shane Steichen is a nay.
Whoa. John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh is a yay.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin is a yay.
Okay. Mike
Mike
McDaniel.
McDaniel is a nay.
And Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon is a nay.
Oh,
You're out of here.
Glenn.
And the last one, Aaron Glenn, you're a nay, bruh.
Whoa.
You're a nay.
Whoa.
Strike
brother.
three. You're out.
Bro, we need to talk. We need to have a sit down, have a discussion, okay? Pete Carroll. I'm in agreement with Pete Carroll. I think that they tried something, especially with the Raiders tossing the season in, sitting down all their key players that could possibly mess up them getting the number one pick. So they're going for the number one pick, go for Mendoza, probably, or if more comes out Oregon, it could be either one or two. We don't know yet. Okay. So I don't think Pete Carroll did enough to solidify a job to say that, we know where we're going with you. You have a direction. Normally, when you keep your job, you kind of have a direction. You have a little wiggle room. I don't think so. I think the game has passed Pete Carroll by. So I agree with you with Pete Carroll as being a nay. Now, you said Raheem Morris is an A.
Yeah.
I disagree with you there, brother.
Okay.
One, because Arthur Bland is probably one of the most yeah. He'll work with you. He'll work with you. And being the fact that Kirk Cousins boys didn't start to winning late in the season, it shows that it's potential there. You have pieces. So I think he's on the slippery scope going in next year, but I still think he can retain his job due to the fact that they are finishing strong. And possibly, if they had just a little more time, could have been fighting for the division, because it wasn't like the division got away from them. So that might save them his job, just the way they finished off the season. That's just how I feel about Raheem Morris.
That division stinks.
It
and
does.
Yes, they've won the last couple of weeks, but they've underachieved. Let's be honest. If we're going to look at the whole season in totality with those offensive weapons and the players they brought in on defense, they have underachieved. I mean, we gave up on them a month ago. Yeah, they've won a couple games. And if they win this week, their record will look decent. But it's a terrible division. It's a division that they easily could have won if they were just average. But the Buccaneers forgot how to win. The Carolina wants to win, lose. So I am not giving. If you look at this team and you tell yourself, if I can improve on the coach, Should we? Not can we. Should we win the division? My answer is yes. Out of the last 2 years, there's nothing that tells me next year he is going to win the division. There's nothing that tells me that. Nothing. The whole season counts, not because you're finishing well. The whole season counts. For over half a season, they were out of it. Season was over. Now it's just looking academic. Sometimes you got to go deeper than the numbers. You got to go deeper than the record. And I like him, and I think he's a good assistant, but I just don't think he's enough for whatever reason. And did they catch a bad break? I don't know. With Penix going down, I kind of feel like the offense did better with a healthy Cousins, honestly. So, yeah, I mean, we'll just disagree on that one. In your pocket, your owner, author blank does not like to fire head coaches.
Right.
He does not. He does not want to pay them not to work for him. So unless Raheem Morris is going to get a job next year somewhere else, author blank would have to pay him a substantial amount of money not to work. That is not good business. So in your pocket, I think he may stay just academically. And let's be honest, you think about the hot coaches that are either going to be elevate from coordinator to head coach or college coach to the NFL. Who's really circling the Atlanta Falcons job? You got talent there.
Yes, sir.
You got talent there.
Yes, sir.
But the Falcons are not a way of life. They have more passion for the Georgia Bulldogs than they do the Atlanta Falcons. Fact. That's a fact. They are more college oriented than they are NFL oriented.
I agree with your points. They're valid points. I'm not in disagreement at all, because if I had it my way, he'd be gone. With that bevy of talent in a weak division, like you stated, gone. Bye. Pink slip, moving on. Cut my losses. But I know that Arthur Blank he's just not that type of owner where he's so quick like the guy in Carolina to cut you loose. Okay? If he's in Carolina, he'd have been gone. Probably wouldn't have made it through the season, honestly. But being that he allowed him to finish the season, he's going to look at the latter part of the season, not the totality of the season, and he's going to say, okay, we have something to work with. That's how the conversation going to go, Gil. He's going to sit him down, and he's going to say, I see where we're going. I think time ran out on us, but I like where we're going. Saved him his job. Saved him his job.
You might be right, and I hope you're right.
Yeah. Now, moving on. We have, who's next on your list? Because I want to make sure that I want to be, who's next on your list?
Well, how you did it, it went from the bottom up. So I'll stick with the bottom up.
Okay.
Giants, Mike Kafka.
Bye.
Do we really have to get into it?
No,
interim coach.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay. This one's tricky. What about the Browns, Kevin Stefanski?
That one is tricky. I am on a fence. If it was me, bye. You have
what if I tell you this? What if I tell you he's going to decide in the spring, not a quarterback competition, but he's going to go with Shador with the number one. At least he's walking through the door healthy, going to get first team snaps from the spring.
I think that could save him his job.
Okay.
I think that Shador showed us enough. Not a great season by far, but at least they look more offensively prone, if I could use the right word. They look more like they were in sync as an offense, even though he didn't have no O-line, which they don't have an O-line. They had a weak O-line. Heck of a defense, right? And he played like a rookie, man. I'm gonna call it what it is. He played like a rookie. I mean, this is a different speed, Gil. This is a different looks. And then you didn't have the support of the organization, but I think he did enough on that field to show them that with the first team, with the repetitions, with understanding the playbook, understanding the system, you know, then I think that he'll have a better year next year. I think Shador have a better. He's a gamer. He's a gamer. He didn't show me some things, man. Um, so I think that Shador has won the job. I don't think you go in the draft to get a quarterback, which I don't think is going to be a quarterback good enough to even go grab in this year's draft for you. So what do you do in the offseason? What do you build? You got to build around the quarterback protector. All right. I think more continuity, maybe get a receiver, O line for sure. I don't think you really got to adjust the defense too much. You know what I mean? I would really go crazy offense, and then we'll see what he do with the full season. So I think Stefanski, I think he saved his job. I think they'll keep him.
I think they'll keep him too. I think they'll keep him
Yeah.
too. I think
I,
they'll.
I, very thin line though. Very thin ice.
Yeah.
Thin ice. Thin ice. If they
I,
come out there.
I think the worst thing they could do is say we're going into the offseason with a quarterback competition.
Oh man,
Don't do
no.
it because those guys aren't good enough to split up first team reps.
That's a fact.
They need them all. They need them all.
They do.
So you're either going to commit to one or you're not.
You're right about that, man. You're right about that.
And whoever made that pick in the 5th round for Shador, they got to pound the table.
Yeah.
They got to pound that table. They got to stand on the chair. They got to be the loudest one in the room and say, the 3rd round guy, he got first crack at it. He couldn't throw the ball down the field. At least Shador can. Let my guy get first team reps.
Indeed.
If he's not good enough, we'll know. If
Indeed.
he gets injured, obviously Gabriel is back in there. But give my guy first crack at it. Do what he didn't get to do this year. I think if they do that, I think Stefanski will work with him. I mean, there's talent there in Shador. Let's not act like he's a bum and he's been elevated and so critiqued that he only did this and he only did that and he wasn't good enough. He was good enough. He was good enough. We all know why he slipped. Okay.
Indeed.
We all know why. Maybe he wasn't a 1st round pick, and maybe he wasn't a 2nd round.
Third, definitely.
Maybe third round at
definitely.
worst. But we know why he fell down. We know why.
We know. But
we know why.
But like a true pro, he handled it, went in there when he got his shot, and he played and he balled to his ability. And I think that off-season wise, you have a whole off-season to really get into this playbook. You have more familiarity with the team, and you really get to prepare yourself for an NFL season. Now you're not wide-eye rookie no more. And we'll see what the sophomore year looks like. Hell, Caleb, can you say his name for me? Because I don't want to mess it up. Kevin S. Kevin S. Can I say Kevin S?
Kevin Stefanski.
Thank you, Kevin Stefanski. I think if he is that quarterback guru that he was prior to these losing seasons, I think that him and Shador getting on the same page, it'll be a different season. His sophomore year might be like, I ain't gonna say Caleb Williams because you ain't gonna get Caleb. You ain't gonna get too many Calebs and Drake Mays. I'm just saying, or both, even both. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there, Gil. I'm just saying I think he'll have a better year, and I think that the Browns will have a better season. I'm gonna say early. So yes, he keeps his job. Who's next on the list?
The other team in Ohio, Zach Taylor.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna say he keeps his job. Why? Because you didn't have Joe Burrow. That's the ace in the hole. I didn't have Joe Burrow. You didn't give me too much on defense. Offensively, when Burrow came back, we did get rhythm. We did put points up. We showed you what this offense could do with a healthy Joe Burrow. So I think by Joe Burrow playing playing up to Joe Burrow's standards, minus the 2 games that he lost with the Buffalo and back-to-back losses to who beat Baltimore when he had the bad game against Baltimore. Outside of that, we just seen what they did with bottom feeders. They spanked them. They just spanked the Dolphins and they destroyed the Cardinals. All right. So I think that might have saved the job because his ace in the hole was the fact he didn't have his starting quarterback and he had to work with trash.
I
I think
don't
he
even.
should go.
Well, okay. I don't know if I think he should go. Um, okay. If I was making the call, he would go, but
Yeah,
he's probably not going to go.
no,
And you didn't even mention why. He's probably not going to go because he's under contract for next year, and that owner is one of the cheapest owners, if not the cheapest,
in fact,
and he is not going to fire a guy again and let him, if he doesn't get a head coaching job or something next year, pay him to sit around on the couch and pay him full price. He's not going to do that. That's not what they do. That's not why they don't trade players. That's why they don't extend players. All this stuff. So I think he should go. I don't think he will go. I don't
yeah,
know the contract situation. I'm assuming he's under contract for next year. I think he'll be back because
yeah.
of that.
Okay.
Just because of that. Forget everything else.
Best point you made. That's the best point. You're right. Cheap owner.
All right, next is Shane Steichen. Now, Shane Steichen, okay, I know what you're going to say with the injuries and all that, but
Yeah,
but a lot of teams got a lot of injuries. A lot of
yeah.
teams don't have their starting quarterback go down, come back, go down again. Got it. But they were 7-1,
They were.
head and shoulders above everybody.
And that's why I was about to say I agree with you. Bye. 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 Like, no, bye. Y'all were booming and Daniel Jones went down when you was on the slide. So it wasn't like, you went down early and he was, he got injured when y'all was, early before the slide. Y'all was already on the losing slide when he went down. Then it was dumb that you kept him in that game that long when y'all was getting blown out. So at the end of the day, 8, 8, 8, 8. You had 8 and 8 seasons for the last 2 or 3 years, right? 500 ball club. You you had the worst letdown that I can even recall in NFL history, to my knowledge, where you was leading that much. We thought you was gonna run with the division. We thought the Colts was gonna run with the division. They jumped into our elite tier at one point. They were the team, and you went on this landmark slide. Last person, matter of fact, I know a team that did it. Jacksonville did it. Jacksonville did it maybe 3 or 4 years ago when they was winning and they just could not find a win. If a win was in front of them, they'll walk right by it. You know what I mean? So for that reason, I wouldn't bring you on. I wouldn't bring you on. I'll go a different direction because you still got a question at the quarterback spot because Daniel Jones is, he's going to be rehabbing. You still got the Richardson project. Now you're going to throw Leonard Riley in there. Phillip Rivers will probably retire again, So I don't know. It's just a lot of question marks in Indianapolis. And I think the biggest one is the coach. So if I was me as owner, bye. I'm going to go a whole different direction. Try again.
I think, they have a different owner now. It's Ursay's daughter,
Yeah.
and they went big when they were winning. They went big and put all their eggs in the basket and went with Daniel Jones and gave up those first round picks to get Sauce,
Mm-hmm.
and they did nothing but lose. But after that, and guys got hurt. So she can roll the dice again and say, or she can clean house. Because
Yeah.
I think if the coach goes, I think the GM goes too.
Yeah. So
So
he's striking out.
I think Steichen is out.
I agree.
I think he's out of here. All right, now this is an interesting one. John Harbaugh.
If they
If
make
they if they win on
if they
Sunday,
make the playoffs, he's staying. If they win and Baltimore get in with this crazy season they had, he's keeping his job. If they lose, he's gone. I'm gonna
oh,
make it
it's
quick.
it's that cut and dry
Yeah,
for
it's that
him.
cut and dry for me. If they lose, they're gonna go a different direction. Because now it's gonna be the emphasis on Lamar and his relationship. That's been the chirp all season is him and Lamar not being on the same page. He's not coming to practice, just scratching him. So it depends on the performance that's going to go on this week for the division Sunday night. if Lamar and Derrick Henry, King Henry go out there and they ball out and they win that game, they save the coach's job. He'll be there next year.
So I think he's there regardless, because I think the fact that Lamar has been in and out of the lineup so much, I think the fall guy would be the offensive coordinator for not sticking with Derrick Henry enough in some of those games, because you saw last week he got the touches and look at the
Yeah,
game he had.
yeah,
And the week before they went up 11 with him scoring a touchdown in the fourth quarter, and he never touched the ball again.
yeah. That's a fact.
So I think I think if they lose this game, who's their offensive coordinator? Is it Todd Monken?
Munskin, yep, Tom Munskin.
So I think he would be the fall guy, but I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win. I think this DK Metcalf fiasco, him getting suspended the last two games, I don't
Wow.
think Pittsburgh
Yeah,
can score enough points.
I agree. I
I don't
totally.
think they can score enough. There's no deep threat whatsoever.
I agree. That's how the Browns able to win that game, and I didn't think
10
about
to
that.
6. It's
I
not
didn't
like
even
they
think
played
about that.
great.
No, I forgot about that. Metcalf had got let his motions get the best of him, and that cost your team a playoff berth, division title on your shoulders. Because like you said, who you afraid of going downfield?
Why are you going up to the guy?
Yeah,
Why
why
are
you even need
you,
to
as a
go?
professional, why are you walking up to this fan who apparently has been trying to get your jersey and your attention for quite a while, if you start reading up on this history? So why are you addressing him? Why? Because he called you by your name? He didn't call you DK Metcalf? He called you by your government name? Come on,
Hmm.
bro. Come on,
Wow.
you gotta. If it really bothered you, there's security. There, you can get a fan thrown out of a game at the drop of a hat.
You're right about
You
that.
you you really can. Why are you going up there? You're going up there wanting to confront him, no matter what he's saying, because you heard him call out your name. Apparently, he called him out last year, so it's in the back of his mind. He That wasn't just out of emotion, him taking a swing on him. He probably thought for a year, I got a shot at this guy. I'm gonna take it. Not good. Not and then he's like, I won't apologize. I won't. Okay, don't apologize. Guess
Cool.
what? Apologize to your locker room
Mm-hmm.
when they're packing up their stuff a week from now.
You're right about that, brother.
But and speaking of which, so I'm picking John Harbaugh to stay.
Okay.
Let's go with Mike Tomlin. He's already guaranteed another winning season, which
Yeah.
apparently to some people means absolutely everything.
I think he'll leave on his terms. I don't think he'll be fired. He'll leave on his own terms. So if he decides he wants to move on, um, because there's going to be questions at the quarterback. Because Aaron Rodgers is not going to be there next year. I doubt very seriously he's going to be there next
You
year.
would think, but a lot of these guys talk about retiring and then they're bored in the off season and they come late during training camp and say, I'm back.
Yeah, I think Tomlin keeps his job.
I think he keeps his job too. I think
Yep.
they would have for there to be a starting point for him to get fired. He would have not only not make the playoffs, but finish with a losing record.
Right.
So then you could say, I think we tapped out. But they finished with a winning record, and they
Yeah.
still might win the division. So I
Yeah.
think he stays.
Yep.
I think he stays. I think he should go,
Yeah,
but
I
I
do
think,
too.
but I think he stays. Next one, Mike McDaniel,
Question mark.
Dolphins.
Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. You bench Tua. You fire the GM. I think they go a different route. I think they go a different route. I think they're gonna go a different route. So I think I agree. I think he's gone.
I think he's gone too, just because, maybe not just because, but a big reason why is I think the owner likes to be like a popular owner. You know, I want you talking about me. I want you talking about my team. So you'll get headlines by firing your coach and looking for a head coach to work with. I'm going to assume that Quinn Ewers is going in as, in the offseason, at least as quarterback number one. That's what I'm going to assume. You know,
Oh man.
Their record is too good to get, Mendoza.
Yeah, they ain't gonna get Mendoza in.
If Moore comes out, maybe, but why would Moore come out? What's appealing about coming out this year?
Not this year.
No,
Nah, I wouldn't come out. Nope.
I
Ball
wouldn't
out
come out
next year
either.
and
A
give me
lot of it is who's the coach, because a lot of these rookie quarterbacks, they get drafted and they got a bad coaching staff,
hmm
and the market. They want to be Mr. Popular.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to come out to play, in Jacksonville. Respectfully, Duval County.
Put some respect on the name, Gil.
I'm putting respect on. I'm not saying they're a bad team. They got a good coach. It looks like they got a good quarterback now. Looks like that running back ETN is playing pretty well.
We're gonna put some
Both
respect on their
both
name.
sides. It looks like all three phases of the game they're playing pretty well.
Yeah,
Okay, they're gonna win that division. Notice I said in the middle of the season I thought they'd make the playoffs. And
yeah.
Mr. Larry, okay, I won't mention any names. LL Larry Loper, but was like, I don't know. The Colts, they got that big lead.
I did. I did. I mean, hey man, this been a tricky year for me, man, football wise. So what I'm gonna say, who would have thought that week 18 that this many teams will be playing for meaningful football?
Yes, arriba, as Tito Santana would say.
I think it's a
Um,
money making business, you ask me, brother. There's no
so I
quink.
th-
So out.
McDaniel out.
All right.
McDaniel out. And the last, no, we got two more. Jonathan Gannon with the Cardinals.
Bye.
Yeah, I think by two.
Bye.
You're a defensive guy, and the
Yeah,
defense is
and
just
it was supposed to be, and y'all made the moves, but on paper, their defense was supposed to be a really good defense this year. They're going to sweat. They brought a couple guys, and it was terrible. It was terrible. The whole team was just. It was no direction. There's no direction in where they're going. Kyler Murray no longer. You're not going to go with that anymore. You had Kobe Brissett, which he is a backup for a reason.
he's a backup. Don't go into next year saying he's
No,
our number one.
no,
Don't do it.
no. So bye. Retool, new start, new energy, new culture, whatever word you want to use, but new got to be it.
Yes, agreement. And the last one, could this be a one and done for Aaron Glenn?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the Jets had. I mean, came in with hype, and they just never, ever, ever got it. It's the Jets. It's the same old story, and it looked like he had no direction where this team was going. As the year went on, the more loss he seemed to get. You can fire as many people you want, but at the end of the day, man, it goes back to the head guy, you,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Glenn, which I didn't think that was going to be a good hire anyway. I wasn't.
Really?
I really didn't. I didn't sit here and it was going to be like, oh wow, because I didn't. I mean, you left the Lions, no knock to the Lions, but it wasn't like the Lions had a great defense. You know what I mean? And you supposed to come in with. I always said, regardless of what you may think, I thought Robert Saleh wasn't a bad coach. You know what I mean? I just thought that he gambled on Aaron Rodgers and he got caught up in the halo of Aaron Rodgers. And he thought that Aaron Rodgers was supposed to come in here and save him and be this miraculous quarterback that he was in Green Bay. And I just think that he came in with this moxie. You feel me? And I never thought that he got control of his team because when Aaron Rodgers came in, the same standard didn't apply to Aaron Rodgers it did for the rest of the guys. So it's hard for me to lock in with a coach and his philosophy, right, or his culture, whatever you want to call it. When he giving this guy because he's Aaron Rodgers, you treat him like he already the Hall of Fame or he already in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So I just thought that he gambled on Aaron Rodgers and it cost him. It cost him. And I didn't believe that Aaron Glenn was going to come in. I mean, he had pieces there. So when I seen that the defense wasn't clicking, you're a defensive guy. Offensively, I ain't knew y'all was going to be trash. I mean, we was hoping Justin Fields had a great season, but man, we knew he
Yeah,
wasn't.
I'm not sure his temperament is head coaching material because he's gone back and forth with the media a few different times. contradicting himself left and right. I love Justin Fields, and then the next day we're benching Justin Fields. I didn't, and I'm not a guy to ever stick up for Aaron Rodgers, but I did not like how he got let go from the Jets. Why are you gonna have him fly to New Jersey from where he's at in California? Fly to New Jersey and then just to fire him, just to say we're going a different direction. Oh, I thought we deserved to tell him that. That's what you got Zoom for.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see his face? You got Zoom.
Yeah.
You have FaceTime, right? You got all these things. To have him fly there. I mean, you had to feel like such an idiot flying back. Like, what are you kidding me? And
Yeah.
that's the first thing you do. And then apparently when Aaron Rodgers, when he got in the room, Aaron Glenn left to go get the GM, then to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like ass backwards. Sorry, but that's what it just comes across like. You're not prepared. You're not prepared. And then he's at the podium just after this last game when they got shellacked. And he's saying, we put our best effort out there. Well, if that's your best effort, buddy, I think someone else, when they say best effort, can actually put out a product that looks like a best effort. Because it ain't even about winning. It's about looking like you want to play, like you're a professional. And they did not look professional
At all.
At all.
At all.
All. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing other than locking up a top 5 pick in the draft? What are we doing?
You did that. You did that well.
What are we doing?
You did that well. So no. Why would you bring him back? Bye.
Out of here. So that is our coaches not looking forward to Black Monday segment. Now, before we change sports, real quick, since we're not going to have a fantasy football segment because fantasy football is over, I just want to congratulate everybody who participated in fantasy football, especially if this was your first time. You probably, you got the itch now. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do it. Now I know how to do the draft. Now I know how to do waiver wire. Forget about trades. People want to give up their trash for your treasure. Don't do it. Don't do trades. If you're going to do one, do it before the season starts. Because once the season starts, no one's going to give you anything good. They're just not. They're going to look at your odds and say, hey, you're a little light on your backup tight end. I'll give you my backup tight end if you give me your 2 starting running backs and your second quarterback. No. No, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. So for those who played and listened to us and benefited from our philosophy and our plays, our stardoms, situms for the week, we thank you. For those who won, congratulations. It wasn't given, it was earned. So congratulations. In my league, the person who put our league together, which has 40 people, 4 divisions of 10 people, my creator not only went to the Super Bowl, but won it. So congratulations to the very popular Hardcore Holly. And she also was in the Super Bowl against another fellow female by the name of Michelle from Oregon, who we all know on X, very popular. On the NFL channel, on Sirius XM, Hardcore Holly, Michelle from Oregon, both staples on that channel. Congratulations to the 2 females making the finals, making the Super Bowl. Special congratulations to Hardcore Holly. I know it is not fun putting a fantasy football league together, especially with that amount of people. But you did it, and you won. Congratulations. Now let's go to your league.
Oh, man.
Your league had 2 females in the Super Bowl as well. A little blood relation there where your sister, who is the creator, took on your niece, who was the reigning defending champion and favored to win this year's league.
Yeah.
But at the end, the winner was
My sister, man. My sister won the joint, and I'm sorry to correct you, but my niece was the creator. You feel me? And she
Oh,
won the
I'm sorry.
last.
My bad. My
And my
bad.
sister was man, her team, she when we went into the playoffs, she was fourth ranked. And it goes to show you, just like football in general, your best team could perform at the right time, right? And when I faced her, I had the worst of all the weeks. I had the worst week, and she destroyed me. So I was the second seed in our. I had to buy, got creamed in my first playoff game. Then she goes to play my niece, who has been number one all year. She had one time when I was number one, and then for the most part, she's been number one. She has an awesome team, and it came down to her needing Puka Nakua, Puka Nakua to have a good game, just a half a good game. And once again, we watched the game with Atlanta. He didn't have a good game, fantasy wise. So my sister was able to win that game and win the tournament. So shout out to my sister Cheryl and to my niece Nye. She made it very interesting, man, because we was chasing her all year. But it goes to show you, man, anybody can have a great week.
100%. Congratulations to the ladies for
Ladies.
having the knowledge and not taking a back seat to the fellas. They earned it. Congratulations. Let's do it again next year. Let's
Please
do it
do.
again.
I'm game. I'm game.
Maybe
I'm
get
game.
a couple more people in your league because
Yeah.
you guys were had pick of the litter. Every
Yeah.
time you were up, you're like, okay, what great player am I going to draft this time? At some point, it's got to get thin
Hey
a
man,
little bit.
with all that being said, brother, my niece had the best team you possibly could get, and still lost to my sister, who had a decent team. But it goes to show you can have all key players and still lose. You know what I mean?
You are preaching to the choir. I had the best team ever, and I was the number one seed in 2018. I had one loss and one tie. The rest were all victories. I get a first round bye, and I lose right after my bye to a guy that scored 72 points.
Mm,
His
mm,
whole team scored 72 points, but guess how much my team scored?
mm.
55.
No, that hurt.
55. 55. I could get 55 points from two guys.
Yeah,
I
that
had
hurt.
nine. I had nine. Nine guys gave me 55 points. And
Mm,
then
mm.
again, looking at my bench, I wouldn't have done any better. It's like they stopped playing 2 weeks earlier than they should have. Whatever,
Same
it
here.
goes like that. That's the bounce sometimes.
Same here, my brother.
It is what it is. All right, let's move on to the association.
Yes, sir.
National Basketball Association.
Yes, sir. And
Big story right now is arguably the best player in the league still goes down with an injury. He's expected to be gone for a month, could be
yes,
more, could be less, but probably not. So, what does this do for the Nuggets? What does this do to the league? And him missing a minimum a month, does that take him out of MVP voting, if that matters to you?
well, him being out for a month, um, I think if he come back of injury, no, I think he'll come back and do what he does, because the numbers he's putting up is just unheard of. So he'll definitely be back in the running. And I think that even with the injury, that they still have a good enough team where they'll still keep pacing that in that West. Because you got to figure Jamal Murray is balling. You still got Valanciunas on as a backup center. He's liable. He's good. He gives rebounds and points. So they have enough on their roster to maintain. And if they do drop, I don't see them dropping crazy. I think they're the second or third in the West right now. So if they drop, they might drop to maybe fifth or sixth. And when he come back, they'll run on some wins. But I say might. I don't even think they're going to drop the fifth or sixth. At least I'll probably say maybe four. And then when Joker come back, they'll get the winning again. So no, I don't really think it's going to hurt anything You know, it's a month. Luckily, it was a month, and he didn't blow his ACL or something crazy. Then we had a whole different situation. But it's a strain on his knee, so they're just gonna make sure that it's healthy before he hits that floor again. You don't want to get him out there and rush that type of injury. Next thing you know, blew his joint like Halliburton. You know,
Yeah.
you went out there,
Or Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. You went out there and you should have just sat, rehabbed it, and you made it worse. So I think
Mhm.
they're doing it the right way.
I agree. I think if they don't rush him back and he takes the full month or 6 weeks, whatever, he'll come back. Denver will still be alive. And, if he comes back and he plays like he's been playing this year, I think he can still get the MVP.
Yeah,
Listen, if Steve Kerr could win Coach of the Year and not have coached for half a season, a whole half a season, and still win Coach of the Year, I think you can miss 4 to 6 weeks of the regular season, like especially like the middle part, and then finish strong. The bottom third. I think he can win it.
because honestly, who could you think of that you could say is in contention with on that's playing on that type of level? I got two people that I could say if you want to throw a name out there, I would say they probably could. You could throw a name in the hat. It's two people jumped off the list for me, and that would be Wemby. You know, I could throw Wemby out there because the San Antonio is winning, or I throw Luca because Luca's balling. Like Luca's really putting up the numbers this year. Um, I would like to say Maxi, but I don't think that Maxi would get it because Philly's not in contention. You know, um, and SGA is doing SGA stuff, and I mean, hey, they are what the number one in the West again.
As
But
long as they don't play San Antonio.
I'm gonna play San Antonio. Uh, but outside of that, I would say Wemby because he's polarizing.
The
And
thing about Wemby is he's coming off the bench. He got injured
yeah,
and I don't know if he's starting now, but first handful of games he was coming off the bench.
hmm. I mean, once again, I threw them names out there to say if you was going to throw a name in the hat, but nobody's out playing Joker. He's the best player. He's playing
Mm.
like the best player. I can't think of nobody to even think of who's playing at the NBA,
What what
MVP
what
level.
about what about Giannis?
Giannis is but Giannis is still it's but
He's
no,
playing good.
but no, he's playing good, but the team ain't he's got to do a lot. I mean, he is playing at a high level. Unfortunately, his team is just he don't have the pieces around him, man, to get it done, and they need to get him out of there. He need to do a Lou Alcindor, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Go
He
out
won't he
west.
won't commit to saying I want to leave. He won't.
I don't know
It's
why.
like I don't want to be the bad guy. So I'm here, I'll stay. I'm not gonna say I want to leave, but I think we all know I want to leave. And I think he might have got butthurt too that he was talking about Chicago and Chicago said no thank you.
Oh, they
No,
crazy heck, man. They crazy. Oh, and
no
yeah.
thank you.
So that's why he did that dunk at the end.
He's like, no thank you. And that's why that guy during the post game said I think he was just mad because we didn't want to trade for him.
All right, that's Chicago stupidity. Okay, we can move on to
I
what's
like that. It's good gamesmanship though, don't you think? It's like, I don't want everybody holding hands. I don't want everybody holding hands. I don't want everybody liking everybody. And when the game's over, give me your jersey. I'll give you my jersey.
yeah.
Come on, let's key it up. Like Tua, after we lose, he's keying it up with the Jalen Ramsey. When Pittsburgh beat Miami and the game's over, and he's laughing. He's laughing. He ain't laughing now. He ain't
Yeah,
laughing now.
man.
Where's Tua? Where's Tua gonna be next year? Hmm.
Moving on. I'm moving on. Um,
Sorry,
it's
sorry, I
okay.
got caught up.
Anthony Joshua, who just destroyed Jake Paul. He was in a serious car accident out in Nigeria, man. He survived it. Two of the occupants had died in the car crash. So we just wishing Anthony Joshua a speedy recovery, and God looking down upon on him, man. Um, I hate to hear that type stuff, but luckily he survived it. So I just hope that he gets to a speedy recovery, man.
Speedy recovery for him, and RIP to the people who died,
Yeah.
and send out our best wishes to the families, because you're not supposed to wake up that day and think you're gonna
God.
leave the earth in such a manner. So that's very disappointing. So you're right. Healthy wishes for Anthony Joshua, and condolences to the victims of the accident.
Hey,
Uh, anything
hey,
else you want to add?
before we get into our tiers,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to give a real quick playoff. Just look at this playoff picture real quick. We'll make it real quick
Sure.
because some things have shifted a little bit. You know what I mean? And I just want to get your opinion if you think it's going to stay the same for the playoff picture so far. Obviously, there's some key games that's going to go on this week in week 18, as we have elaborated. As we speak right now, Denver holds the number 1 seed in the AFC. They can lock it up with a win, which I don't see them losing to the Chargers, who sat down Justin Herbert. I don't see Denver losing that game. What about you?
Did they officially say Justin Herbert's not playing?
Yeah, he's not playing.
Oh, then I definitely see Denver winning, and they'll
Yeah.
get the number 1 seed.
Right now, well, we already elaborated on Pittsburgh. You don't think, and I don't think that Pittsburgh's going to win that game. So we got Baltimore win that game. So I got Baltimore as being the 4th seed. You agree?
Yes.
Texans play who
The Texans would play the winner, either Pittsburgh or Baltimore.
yeah, who they got this week?
Give me a second.
Because that's a pivotal game. That's one of the pivotal games this week.
I'll find it. They got the Colts. They got the Colts, and they're at home.
I see them winning that game.
So do I.
Jacksonville has the Titans. I see them winning that game. I don't want to give away their picks, but I'm just got to go through the playoff picture real quick. So I got Jacksonville winning that division.
So do I. I think Jacksonville wins. Texans are a wild, and Texans on the AFC side, that's the team I don't want to play the most.
You ain't lying about that, Jack.
I don't want to play the most.
You ain't lying about that.
When you got a bunch of hungry wolves,
yeah,
okay, on that defense, that will wreck you.
Yeah, you don't want to play.
It takes so much pressure off of that offense. Like, we don't have to be perfect this drive. We can punt. Let's do field position. I mean, it may not be the prettiest game, but I don't want to play the Texans, because even if you beat them, they're probably going to beat you up so bad that you're not going to be able to fully recover the week leading into the next game.
That's a fact, man. And then they got to worry about no Kansas City. Yeah, you don't want to play. You don't want to play them. Mm-hmm. And I guess Buffalo will finish 7th, and New England won the division.
I love that game. Yeah, I could definitely see Buffalo winning.
I can too. So the way it's looking, I could see Buffalo winning. All right, we go to the NFC side. Seattle. Now, this is the big one. That's going to be the big question, because as you see, Seattle has to play San Fran for the division and the number 1 seed. If Seattle loses, they're the 5th. Woo!
Is Seattle undefeated on the road?
They lost one time.
They lost
one. Again, they lost to the Rams when they had 4 turnovers. When Sam Darnold called over 4 times.
That's right.
So I will talk about that when we get to our picks. I don't want to get out of the way.
Well, the Seattle is playing at San Francisco.
Yes, sir.
So
that's a pivotal game.
Might have gave that one away. All right. Carolina or Tampa Bay?
Man.
So I heard something weird, and I can't actually explain it, but something about if Atlanta wins, Carolina can still make the playoffs even if they lose to Tampa Bay. So as long as Atlanta wins.
As long as Atlanta has the Saints, which is a winnable game. Not saying they will win, it's a winnable game.
Mm-hmm.
So Carolina, I think that doesn't change. I think Carolina gets in, and shout out to Bryce Young if they get in, man. There's a guy who they thought was not going to be able to be an NFL quarterback, and look at him. He leads his team with a good coach. Weak division, mind you, but still, if they win a division, you won a division. What can you say?
Yes,
You won a division. No matter the record, you won a division, right?
it is what it
Philly,
is.
Philly and the Rams. That's what's going to be. Philly and the Rams. That's what.
Woo!
That's what's going to be. Woo wee, woo wee, man, oh man, and you, man. What's going on, Gil? What's going on, Gil? Why y'all boys gotta play each other, man? What's going on, Gil?
It just
Now,
kind
now,
of,
now,
it
y'all.
just, hey man, the football gods
It,
want
yeah,
entertainment.
yeah, they
They
want
want entertainment, and
to.
they know Green Bay at Chicago, the
Yeah.
fans, the
Oh,
weather. That's
it's
going to
gonna be
be
crazy.
old school football with
Yeah.
young quarterbacks, the present and the future.
Oh my goodness, you talk about
That
the
is
dream.
going to be
Oh,
the
that's
game.
gonna be the game, bro.
And they're already locked in. They're playing each other. They're
Yeah.
already locked in. So, yeah. Yeah.
Now, now, Chicago lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Philly wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all flip flop.
Yes.
So it's not
We
a
would
lot.
be playing
You'll
the
be playing
Rams
the
or
Rams,
San Francisco in
San Fran.
Chicago.
So you see, so much going on, but we'll discuss when we get to our picks. I just
Mhm.
want to quickly go there real quick, and before we go to, you know what we do, Gil, man. It's that time, man.
It's time for tears, 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 tears. That's right. The elite, the upper, the disappointing, and the worst. Tears. This will be our last one we do for the season. Let's get it crack-a-lackin'. My elite tears are the Seattle Seahawks with the best record right now in the NFC, the Denver Broncos with the best record in the AFC, and the Patriots with the second best record in the AFC. That's my elite tiers. I feel very, very strong about them. My upper tiers, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are going to win that division. Congratulations, Duval County. Duval. We got the Rams, who still might be the best team overall. And the 49ers, who just keep winning despite having a meh kind of defense.
Oh,
Robert Saleh is just doing enough. Just enough. Now it's time for the disappointing tears. The tears from my eyes. We got the Steelers, especially if they lose. We got Tampa Bay because all they've been doing is losing. And we have the Lions who have lost, what, 3 in a row now? You
yeah.
are out of the playoffs. Doesn't matter what Chicago does or what you do in that last game. You are out. And we thought you would probably win the division or at least be a wild card. You are out. Now, I did say going into it, I thought Detroit would come down a little bit from last year. A little bit. A little bit. They came down more than a little bit. And I guess Ben Johnson was the straw that stirred the drink. I guess he was that guy. And finally, the worst tier. Don't even want to say the names, but this will be the last time I do until we start talking about the draft. Congratulations, Las Vegas Raiders. You're the worst. The worst. The Giants, you're the second worst. And while we're at it, that other team in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the JE, I can't even spell the rest.
The rest.
I can't even spell the rest.
No
You
respect on
are
their name.
the fact that the Titans didn't make this list. You are terrible. That is my list of the worst teams: Raiders, Giants, Jets. And
No
those are my
respect.
tiers for 2025. But we're not done yet because my main man, LL himself, he also has tiers. Let's hear it.
Man, let's get it cracking, Jack. Man, my elite tiers. As you said it, the number one in the West, Denver. I got, man, put some respect on the boy's name. The Patriots are back, man. I got the Patriots as my elite, and I got the number one seed right now, the Seattle Seahawks, as my elite tiers. Now, my upper tiers, Gil. I got Duval County, put respect on their name. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Gil. I done put you up there. Let
I
me
was
put
going to
me up
say,
there.
our picks are
I still
exactly
got
the
the
same.
Duval County boys. I'm gonna put some respect on the Eagles, man. I hate to say it, but they are the East champions. And I like the way San Fran balling, man. I mean, all year they've been injured and they keep winning. They are a team to play, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Watch out for San Fran, man. Purdy's playing out his mind right now, bro.
Yeah, but a lot of credit goes to Mac Jones. When Purdy was
Oh,
out,
for sure,
I think they only lost
sure,
one game with Mac
for
Jones.
sure.
So he
Shout out to
held it
Mac
down.
Jones too, man. And I think he earned himself a spot somewhere as a starter, man. So you need to look at Mac Jones, man. Not disappointed, deals. Like you said, the Bucks just keep losing. The Colts keep losing. The Lions have been losing. I'm surprised, but not as surprised with the Lions because once you lose that much coaching, it's hard to bounce back from that, you know. And do we gotta talk about the worst tiers?
Yes.
One last time. I'm sorry, Gil, but I have the Raiders. And I know you don't got the Titans in there, but I still think the Titans are one of the worst tiers, even though the Jets could be in there too. And I got the J man, man. I got the G man. All these dudes is looking for lottery picks. They're gonna get some players. They're gonna get some players and hopefully give them a better year in a couple years to come, but not next year. Okay. And
100%.
that's
So
my
we agreed on almost everything. We had 3 that were different. That's it.
That's it.
In the upper tier, you had the Eagles. I had the Rams.
Yeah.
Disappointing tier. I had the Buccaneers. I don't remember who you had.
Same team. I had the Buccaneers. I think we preferred in
Oh, was it Steelers? You didn't have Steelers?
I have the Steelers. Yep. I had the Colts to the Steelers.
Colts, yeah. And the last one you had
your boys could have easily made it. Your boys could have been lead or upper. So
I think if they would have beat the Niners, I would have swapped out, put the Bears in the upper, and just kept the Niners out.
Indeed, I would have did too. So that's why the Niners got it from me because they did beat y'all. You know,
great game
great
too.
Game, great game.
Great game. I honestly just feel like they ran out of time. They needed more than one play from inside the 5. That's it. They needed more. They just needed one more play. I think they ran out of time. It wasn't Caleb or anything. And I'm not blaming nothing on officials for this game or not. I think they just ran out. They needed like one more play. They needed one more play.
That game. It was one of the games where I don't think nobody lost. Somebody had to lose. You know what I mean? It's one of them type games. You know what I mean?
I think it raised the stock for Caleb and Purdy.
Oh, that's the future.
Yeah.
That's the future. So since we talking about the future, man, we might as well get knock this last bit of our show out, man, because you already know what it is, brother. You know what it is. It is that time.
It is time for picks and predictions for Week 18 in the National Football League. Let's go! That's right. Last week of the season, and it's a dandy. Let's just be real. There's a lot of meaningful games. There's a lot of gonna put some respect on my name kind of games too. So let's get it started. Saturday. No more Thursday games. Sorry, people. No more Monday games either. Saturday, 4:30, ABC or ESPN, you choose. The 8-8 Panthers and the 7-9 Buccaneers. The Bucks are a 2.5-point home favorite. The number is 43.5. If the Bucks win, they're still not guaranteed in. If the Panthers win, they are guaranteed in. So, we just explained the scenarios. Tampa Bay wins, but Atlanta wins. Panthers win the division by tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it's going to be a rarity, but I'm going to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win and cover. They're going to win by 3 or more, but they are not going to make the playoffs. They are not, because I think Atlanta will beat the Saints. So the Panthers will get in by default. and they're going to get railroaded in the playoffs,
Yeah.
but they're going to get in. They're going to get in. That's the team someone's going to want to play in the playoffs because that's probably the easiest game for the first round of the playoffs.
I don't know. We're gonna see.
We're going to see. Yeah, nothing is guaranteed. You and I both know this. Nothing is guaranteed. So I got the Bucks
over under.
And the 43.5, I'm going to take the over.
Okay. And we're total agreement, man, because of the parity of football. So give me Tampa Bay in a win, but a loss. And I'm going with the over too.
Correctamundo. All right, let's go. Second game, 8 p.m.
Great game.
Also ABC, ESPN. The 13-3 Seattle Seahawks bring their best record in the NFC to Santa Clara, where the Super Bowl will be held, as they take on the 12-4 49ers. The winner of this game gets the number 1 seed in the NFC. Seahawks are a 1.5-point favorite on the road. Total number 49.5. Brother, how do you see it?
Oh, man, it's going to be a good game, man.
Yes.
It's a
revenge lot of game. Points.
San Fran beat them in Seattle. Great game. I'm on the fence about this one, man. But I'm going to go with the road team, man. I'm going with Seattle. They have 1 loss on the road. And I'm going to go with Seattle in a good game. And I got this going to the over.
We are in complete agreement again. I believe because of the lack of pass rush that San Francisco has, if there is no pressure around Sam Darnold's going to do what Sam Darnold does when there's no pressure. He's going to put up points and yards. When there's pressure around him, then he's a turnover waiting to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think Seattle will lock up the number 1 seed. They will win and cover. They will win by at least 2, and I am taking the over. I think there'll be a lot of points in this game. I think they go over 55.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
So we're starting off with 2 bangers.
Yes,
Sunday, 1 o'clock. The 8-8 already eliminated Indianapolis Colts will travel to the 11-5 Texans, who started off the year 0-3 and now can finish with 12 wins. The Texans are a 10.5-point favorite. Total number 38.5. Now I'll tell you, that 10.5 weirds me out.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think the Texans win for a number of reasons. But 10.5, that is a number. And Phillip Rivers, old man Rivers, he's been a gamer. He's not getting blown out.
He's not playing.
Oh, he's out? They sat him?
Yeah, they going to start Riley Leonard. It's official.
Well, guess who's changing their pick on the fly?
Yep.
As I will be taking the Houston Texans to cover the 10.5.
Yeah.
And I will also now be changing the total number as an under.
Yeah.
Because I had over.
Your old man, Phillip Rivers, I would have took the Colts with you, brother, for them points. I'm not taking Riley Leonard out there with that defense, and nothing to play for. Give me Houston, man. And they're playing for the division. This is a statement game. This is a game that you got to come out there and make a statement, man, with that team. So last time they were in a situation with a bottom feeder, they barely beat them.
Right.
Now was the time for you to put your stamp on the game. It's a lot of points, man. It's a lot of points. But this is a game where your defense should be to go in there and dominate.
Do you have over under?
Under. 30. I don't see Riley Leonard against that defense. Under.
Yeah. Tell me about it. All right, so 3 for 3. We're in complete agreement. I think the Texans win that game, and then they start doing scoreboard watching.
Yeah.
Because if Jacksonville loses, they win the division and have a home game. Okay, we got the 7-8-1 Dallas Cowboys
My boss.
traveling to the Meadowlands to take on the 3-13 Giants. First time they played each other earlier in the year, it was Russell, last name Wilson, had his big game, his only big game of the year, because he got benched 2 weeks later. And the Cowboys on the road are a 3.5 point favorite. Total number 51.5, which makes me think there's going to be a lot of points. And this is Jackson Dart, not Russell. Cowboys might win, but they might win by like an Aubrey field goal for a point or two. I feel like the Giants, with that number 3.5, I feel like the Giants will win, or at least not lose by 4. So give me the Giants with the number, and I'm taking the over.
Oh man, we're on the opposite side, just on the team, but I agree with you with the over. Give me my boys. We dominate them in Jersey. That's like a home game for us. We destroys the Giants in the Giants, and I'm not letting that blowout of the D team Raiders fool me, Jack. No sir, Bob. And I think it's gonna be points because we can't stop nobody from scoring. But I think Dak and the boys are gonna put up some points, and you have to outshoot us to be able to compete with us. So I like us to run away with this joint. We'll beat them by more than 3.5. I got us by a touchdown and better.
All right, we disagree on that finally. Let's move on. We got the 4-12 Browns taking on their fellow Ohio rival, the 6-10 Bengals. The Bengals at home are a 7.5 point favorite. Total number 44.5. What are you thinking on this one?
I actually gonna take the Browns for the points. So because I don't like the 7.5. And I think that we're overlooking the fact that even though the Browns are bad, Arizona don't have a defense. You know what I mean? The Browns do have a defense, and they tend to play the Bengals tough, believe it or not. You know, I think Shador have a good game going against Joe Burrow. And then they don't have a good defense. So I think he'll be able to put some points up. So I'm gonna take them to the over. And I think Myles Garrett to get his record. He'll break the record. So I like the Browns for the points.
I would have loved for him to get the record
Oh, me
on
too.
Rodgers. I
Oh,
would have
me
loved it with with the 16 games, because people are going to say, it took you 17 games. It took you 17 games to do it. All right, whatever. I agree. I think he is going to get the record. I think he is, because Cincinnati's got a bad old line. He'll get it. He'll get it. They'll do whatever they got to do. They'll move him around. He'll get it. That's my guarantee. But and I'm probably going to get bit in the butt with this one, but I'm going to take the Bengals to win by at least 8. So give me the Bengals, and I'm taking the over. I think both teams will score a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Did you take the over?
Yes.
Okay, so we differ on teams, but we agree on the number. All right, let's move on. Divisional game. I mean, this is like a Badger versus a Wolverine. It's a fight to the death. Doesn't matter what the record is. The 6-10 New Orleans Saints. Got to give them credit for winning 6 games, by the way.
Yes, you
I
do.
went into this year thinking they were the worst team in the league.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kellen Moore, boy. He found something.
Yep, Moore, Shuck.
Mm-hmm.
If we had to redo a draft, would you pick Shuck number 1? Shuck, Dart, or Ward?
Now I would still pick Ward. I just think that Ward he didn't have the support that Shuck had down there in New Orleans. New
No
Orleans,
Olave with the Titans.
he had nothing to work with. So no, I still would have took Ward. I think if you put Ward down there with Caleb Moore, he would have had a good season too with his skill set. So no, I would have still took Ward.
I'm not so sure. That's all I could say. I can't say yay or nay. I'm just not so sure. The Saints take on the 7-9 Falcons. Falcons coming off of a couple of impressive wins. Beating the Rams was kind of impressive. And you know that there is something on the line.
Yeah,
because the Falcons can send the who was it?
Carolina.
They
At
can
Tampa Bay
send
home.
Carolina,
Yep.
and in retrospect, the Saints could possibly send Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got. Guess what? I didn't pick this team because I want you to go first. That's why I didn't pick it. I want to hear what you guys say.
Oh man, I like both the way both teams playing, man. But like I said before, I think Raheem Moore's, he didn't want himself another year. So I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I like the way Atlanta's playing, man. So I'm gonna go with Atlanta. And I'm gonna take it to the under.
I have the over, but I do have Atlanta, and I think it saves his job if he wins. I think they're going to look at the little streak. The owner doesn't want. He doesn't want to fire head coaches. So I think I'm not saying it's the right decision, but I think he will keep his job if they win this game. So we'll see what the quarterback carousel is next year. Don't be shocked if next year Kirk Cousins is the starting
I
quarterback.
wouldn't be shocked at all.
Don't be shocked because he's assuming that he's going to be let go. So if you were listening to the game, they were all saying like he's just assuming that they're going to release him in the offseason. I'm not so sure about that.
I'm not either.
I might not only bring him back as the number one because he looks different this year, completely healthy than he did last year.
Yeah, yeah.
He really does.
Paying him for.
He can still sling it. All right, so we're in agreement there, but I got the over, you got the under. Now, we got a divisional game.
Yes.
This one's interesting. The Packers, 9-6-1, traveled to Minnesota. Minnesota with their great defense, but they got quarterback issues. The Vikings are a 6.5 point favorite. With that number, I'm taking the Packers. I don't know that the Packers win, but I don't think that they lose by 7. I don't think that happens. But I'm rooting for the Vikings because I want there to be an opportunity where every team in my division has a winning record. Every team. So if the Vikings win and the Lions win, that's the only positive. If the Lions win, they will finish with a winning record. And that's what I want. If the Bears can't win, obviously. So give me the Packers. Maybe not win outright, but not lose by 7. I feel very good about this pick. Very good about this pick. And I'm going to take the over to 36.5.
All right, man. We in agreement with this one. I agree. When I saw the line, I said, "Yo, Willis is not a bad quarterback at all for that system. The Love is not going to play. I want rest him up for the playoffs. Josh Jacobs probably won't even play this game either. They're going to rest him for the playoffs. So a lot of their key players are not going to play this game, but I still think Willis could get it done with some of these backups. And this is going to be one of those games where I think he could carry the team. Yeah, it's going to be against a good defense, but I got him winning. And once again, I got it to the over. I got him winning the game, honestly.
I feel like they're going to win it too, but I'm going to be rooting for the Vikings. Just saying. We are in complete agreement. All right, we got the 3-13 Titans, who finally made it out of my worst tier. The very end of the season against Duval's 12-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are a 12.5 point favorite, and the number is 47.5. You go first.
I'm gonna pitch respect on Duval County name, man. I got the Titans as one of my worst teams, and I got Jacksonville win that division. And why not win it in an impressive manner, So I think right now Trevor Lawrence and boys is booming, man. They playing on a whole different level right now, and you're gonna see the talent disparity. And it's a division game, and it's that many points in the division game. Give me Jacksonville, and give me to the under because I don't think Tennessee gonna be the score of them balls.
We are in complete agreement. We both think Jacksonville wins, covers the number, wins the division. I got them going under because I don't think the Titans are going to score a lot. And yes, putting respect on Jacksonville Jaguars. They got a coach It was funny how he got there, but he's there.
Yeah.
And he is utilizing Trevor Lawrence where
He
we
was
thought he
number
was
one.
borderline bust.
He was a number
He was
one pick.
borderline bust going into this season. The key is they have designed plays and they've given him the green light on
The
third and
run.
short, fourth and short to run.
And now,
Yes.
yup, the run. And now you got to respect his legs. And now, and he's not making the bad decisions with the ball because he's not keeping him in the pocket. So he's able to fill it out. And with the design runs, you keeping the defense honest. Because now you got to respect, you got to put a spy on Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean? Before we knew he wasn't going to take off. That was the smartest thing Cohen could have done, was unleash Lawrence, unleash him. He's a number one pick for a reason, Jack. He was a number one pick for a reason, and we're starting to see why he was a number one pick. So once again, shout out to Trevor Lawrence, because, hey, man, with the scrutiny comes this. With scrutiny comes success. We were scrutinized. Yes. Now look at us. What's good with Gil and Larry? Box Office Buzz 302 channel was rising and growing and growing and growing. Thank you for our subscribers. I had to throw that in there, by the way.
Thank you to all the subscribers and future subscribers. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment. Please do. But yeah, seriously, Jacksonville, very good, great year. And listen, when you want to be the team in the division, there's two things you want to be clear cut. You want to have the best coach, you want to have the best quarterback.
Indeed.
And they might have that. We think Stroud is good. We think Ryan is good as head coach. But Jacksonville might have the best combo. Yeah. They might have the best.
And the defense ain't bad. And the
defense is good this year. It's not Houston Texans good, but it's good.
But it's good. So they're balanced. They're a dangerous team to play, man.
They got a good kicker. Yeah. They got a real good kicker. I mean, that guy can hit one from 70. So yeah. Jacksonville's not a paper tiger.
No.
They're not. They're a real deal Holyfield kind of team. So props to them. And congratulations, Duval County. We got the 3-13 Arizona Cardinals at the division rival, if you want to call it a rival, the 11-5 Los Angeles Rams. The Rams at home. Whose house? Rams' house. 7.5-point favorite. Cardinals, well, total number is 46.5. I think the Cardinals are getting ready to pack it in.
Mm-hmm.
I think their head coach is very much on the hot seat. And the Rams are coming off of a couple losses. They also fired a couple weeks ago their special teams coach. So this is a get-right game to build themselves up. So I think they win, and they win big. I think they win by at least 2 touchdowns. So give me the Rams to win and cover, and I will take the over because I think it's going to be points galore.
And I'm totally agreeing with this one, man. I could see him winning by 10 and better. So give me that 10 and better and to the over, because one thing about Arizona, they can score. They can score. And you need this type of momentum for the Rams. You don't want to go in with 3 losses. And you don't want to play an ugly game that was questionable going into the playoffs. You just don't want to go with that momentum. Mm-hmm. So you're going to need that. This is a spark game. This is a game that, okay, let's show what we really do and take that momentum to the playoffs.
Oh, and not to be completely negative on Arizona, but shout out to Trey McBride on breaking the receptions record. 117 receptions as a tight end. Broke the record. The record. And yes, thank you, because I picked you in the 3rd round, which was a little early for a tight end, and you were great for me almost every week.
Yep, except we gonna need you the most, but it's okay. It's okay.
We'll blame the quarterback on that.
It's okay. He was the quarterback.
Let's move on. We got the 11-5 Chargers at the 13-3 Broncos divisional game. Looks like the Broncos are resting some guys to get ready for the playoff game. Herbert not playing. Broncos, I haven't heard about them sitting anybody. They want that number 1 overall seed because I think if they lose and New England wins, New England gets number 1. I think, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So They're going to take care of business at home. Broncos are a 12.5 point favorite. Total number 37.5. What are you thinking?
Big number, back up. But this is the type of game where you're playing the number one is playing for number one. So I'm going to take, even though it's a lot of points, I'm taking the Broncos because the Chargers are not going to be playing their top guys in this game. You know, why not go ahead, rest them up, go into the playoffs? You don't want to risk no crazy injury going to a game that is meaningless for y'all because you can't move no more than where you at. So rest up and then get ready for a fresh start and take this thing on the road. So I got the Broncos winning at home, big game, statement game, win the division in front of your home crowd, give them something to cheer about. I like it. And I'm going to say it to the under due to the fact that the Chargers is not going to have the personnel to be able to pick the points up.
I'm in agreement with the team. I'm also going to take the Broncos. I would not have if it would have been Herbert, but then again, that spread probably wouldn't have been as big if Herbert was playing. So give me the Broncos to win and cover the 12.5. I think they win by 2 touchdowns. I'm going to take the over because I think the Broncos are going to put up a lot of points. I could see them with a pick six or a fumble return for a touchdown, something like that. I think the Broncos put up big numbers, and the Chargers will put up numbers in the fourth quarter. They'll probably get 17 to 20 points in the fourth quarter. In total, they'll finish with like 17 or 20 points, and I think the Broncos will hit the 30 mark or more. So that'll be more than enough to cover. So I'm going to take the over, but we are in agreement with the Broncos. Orange Crush. By the way, there's a documentary on John Elway that just came out on Netflix. I haven't seen it yet, but I put it on my list, so I may check it out soon.
It's good.
You already watched it?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right, we got the very disappointing 6-10 Kansas City Chiefs. This could be the last game for one Travis Kelce against the 2-14, even more disappointing Las Vegas Raiders. The Chiefs are a 5.5 point favorite, and the total number is 36.5. I think this is going to be a crap game.
Crap game.
I think you only watch it because it's going to be Travis Kelce's last game. I don't even think he's going to have a good game, but he'll probably get a catch or two. Give me the Chiefs to win and cover. The Raiders are the worst team in the National Football League. Chiefs, they just have to be good enough to cover that number. So give me the Chiefs. And I will, even though it's only 36.5, both teams stink. So give me the under.
Man, I'm in total agreement with you on this game. Give me the under, give me the Chiefs, because the Raiders is not going to blow that number one pick. You don't shut down Max Crosby with a fake knee injury for you to go to Kansas City and win this game. You are crazy. You're going to go get Mendoza or Morvey comes out. Don't blow the game, Jack. So give me the Chiefs because it's a gimme game. And it's Travis Kelce's last game. Let him go out with at least a dub against a bum in the lost season.
Do you think the Raiders move Max Crosby in the offseason?
Man, he needed it. Yeah.
He doesn't want to leave. For whatever reason, he doesn't want to leave.
I think Brady and boys gonna move.
It's a big contract.
Yeah, well, who ain't gonna pick him up? That production, that's a contract you pick up.
But that's a trade where you probably got to give up a first. And more. One first won't be enough. It'll be like a first and a third.
I can see him moving, man. I can see him moving. I can see him going. I can see him moving, man. Yeah, I like them see him as a Raider. I think it gives them an identity. And then if you're gonna bring some fresh pieces in, let them build. Reward the guys that's been there. You know what I mean?
I like to see him as a Chicago Bear.
I bet you
I would give up my first round. It's going to be a late first rounder anyway. I would give up my first rounder. This is the draft where I would give it up. I don't want to give it up in 2027, but in 2026, I'll give it up.
Crosby, that's cheating.
I would look because it's clear that's what the Bears need. They need more help on the defensive line. And who are you going to draft late in the first round that's going to be better than a Max Crosby right now?
Nobody.
Nobody. Nobody. All right. We are in agreement. I am in with the under. All right. The 7-9 Dolphins coming off of a surprising win, for me anyway, at the 13-3 New England Patriots, still fighting for that number one seed, still fighting to see if their quarterback has got an outside shot to win the MVP. You know, if he plays well this game and another subpar
Yeah.
game for Stafford, that might be enough.
Yeah.
The gap is definitely closed in recent weeks. So the Patriots at home against a Florida team are a 10.5 point favorite, and the total number is 45.5. You take it.
Oh man, you said a Florida team that's going in New England in the cold.
With a New England team that's motivated to play well.
Yeah, in the cold. In Miami, cold. Cold. Miami. They don't do well in cold climates, and it's a division game. But I'm gonna shoot the dice for Miami, believe it or not. I'm gonna take the Dolphins for the points in Foxborough. Um, and I'm gonna take it to the over. I think a King have a big game.
Oh, I like it because we are in complete disagreement. I'm going to take the Pats to smash them, smash the Dolphins and their fatigue offense. And I'm going to take the over because I think the Pats are going to score points. Again, could be a defensive touchdown too. Give me the Patriots to win and cover the 10.5. And I'll take the over. I think the Pats are going to make a statement after this game. The only thing people will be, oh, it's just against Miami, Florida team. Their coach is on the hot seat and they're using a backup quarterback. All right. All right. Now, let's go to another divisional game as the 4-12 Washington Commanders take on the 11-5 Philadelphia Eagles. The number is 7. I was very tempted to take Washington with this because Washington usually plays the Eagles well. The Eagles, their offense, I still don't trust it. I mean, there wasn't a lot to trust after this past week against the Bills. But it is the Eagles and it is the Commanders. So with that being said, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to take the Eagles and to win and cover the 7, and I'm going to take the over on the 41.5.
I agree with you with this one. I'm gonna take the Eagles too, man. I'm not taking Washington. Washington could have been at the bottom of the barrel of the list too. I have enough teams to put down there as being disappointing or worse. So give me the Eagles in the cover, and I'm gonna go for the over.
Also, I think Washington is playing their third string quarterback.
Oh yeah, Johnson. Yep, they sure are.
Josh Johnson.
Yep, Josh. Yep, Josh Johnson. Yep.
Yeah, so and he stinks. All right. Another divisional game. This one is for pride. It means nothing unless you want to finish with a winning record and take a poop on your former head coach or take a poop on your former team. As the 8-8 say it ain't so, Detroit Lions travel to the windy city of Chicago, the second city, the city of broad shoulders. The 11-5, my Chicago Bears are a 3-point favorite. The total number is 50.5. I think probably the whole team, but definitely the head coach, Ben Johnson, remembers week 2 not so fondly, but he remembers it as Detroit put up a 50 burger on the Bears, and that's the only blowout loss they had all year. The only one. The Baltimore one wasn't so great either, but not like this. Not like this. So, with that being said, the Bears, they don't want to look like paper champions. So they're going to beat one more pretty decent team. Give me the Bears to win and cover the 3 points. I think Caleb Williams might set a record or two in this game. either touchdowns or yards. He might not get. He doesn't need to get to 4,000 because the record holder isn't 4,000. So he might do it. He might break 2 records, or he might not break any, or might just break 1. But I think if you're a Bears fan after watching this last game, your worry about Caleb isn't really a worry anymore. Because when he's on, he on. And when the game is on the line, the Iceman cometh. So, Bears covered a 3, got the over. What do you say?
Statement game. This is the way the season's been going. So this is just to let you know that we're here for real. We are that team. It's our division. We're the big dogs now. We're back. Give me the Bears. Good game. Y'all had such a big game last week with the shootout. I'm gonna actually take the under in this game.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under.
Okay. I hope we're right on the first part. That's for sure. All right. 2 games to go. We got the 3-13 JE, you spell the rest, versus the 11-5 Buffalo Bills. Now they're coming off of a disappointing loss. They went for the win at the end, came up short. The Bills are a 7-point favorite. They're going to have to play every game on the road. This is their last home game, unless really weird circumstances happen. Give me the Bills to win and cover the 7, and the Jets go out like a bunch of pigeons carrying notes. We suck. The number 38.5. I'm going to take the over on that. I think one team really shows up. So give me the Bills and give me the over.
Well, they're not going to play Josh Allen, so Mitch Trubisky will be playing this game.
He knows the offense.
He knows the offense. I got the Buffalo too. I got to the under though, because I don't think the Jets going to be the score. So give me Buffalo to the under.
All right. I got Buffalo in the over. And the last game, the most intriguing game, the battle of who's the worst to finish on top. We got the rematch. The 8-8 Baltimore Ravens at the 9-7 Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the black and blue game, if ever there was one. They got to lay it all out on the line. I don't think either team will have much left after this.
Yeah.
The Ravens on the road are a 3.5-point favorite. Total number 40.5. That's kind of low. What do you say, brother? Last call.
Baltimore always struggles in Pittsburgh, man. It has been notoriously famous for struggling, but it's a revenge game, and I'm gonna take Baltimore in the revenge game for the division. Crazy as the season is, and Pittsburgh had their shot last week, and it's gone because Metcalf couldn't keep his emotions in check and not put his hands on fans. So for that reason, you cost him the season, buddy. Okay, Baltimore gets in, and I got it being a dog fight in Pittsburgh, man. So give me the under.
We are in total agreement. I think the first one to 20 points wins. That's what I'm feeling, and I don't think it'll be the Steelers. So give me the Ravens on the road to cover the 3.5. And you're right. Without DK Metcalf, no deep threat. You load up on the run and play man to man on the outside against those receivers.
And you got King Henry running that ball.
Yes, don't forget, you got a 300-pound fullback followed by a 6'3", 250-pound Hall of Famer who's had another Hall of Fame year. Yeah. Another one. Let's remember last week he had over 200 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Ride King Henry to the finish line.
Yes.
You ride that horse to the finish line. He's a pedigree stallion, and you ride that sucker all the way to the finish line, Jack. And then Lamar pick up where you need to pick up at. But you ride Derrick Henry. If you hear me, Munchkin, you ride Henry. You ride him. Pedigree horse.
Yes. He has got the resume, and he is still putting up big numbers. I think he's right around 1,300 yards already.
Crazy.
with a game to go. So he might actually get up to like 1450.
Yeah.
When it's over. So anything else you want to add
Man,
before we head into week 18?
man, thank everybody, man, for tuning in, man. For everybody has subscribed to us. All the comments, I respond to the comments when I see them. And once again, man, we thank y'all for caring about our program enough, in our opinion, enough to even comment on it. This year has been crazy for football, man. I'm loving the fact that in week 18, we really have something to watch, and it's all going to come down to who wants it. This is where men are made and bums are laid to rest. So, that being said, man, man, we thank you. And my man Gilly, man, you can take us on out, man. Anything you want to say to the people, Gilly, man?
Nothing other than this is my favorite NFL season in the last 7 years. 2018. 2018 when the Bears went 12-4.
Was
So
that Urlacher year?
no. It was way after. That was the year where the Bears played the Eagles and they finished with the double doink.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Great season, but it finished really, really bad. So
who was your quarterback then?
It was Trubisky.
Trubisky, yo.
It was
It's been a
Trubisky.
long way, Gil. A long way. It's been a long time coming.
Well, I think they really got the coach this year, and they probably have the quarterback. Probably. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. You can catch us on the Box Office Buzz 302 YouTube channel. You can see us next week, Tuesday, right around 9:30. And we'll be talking about the games or anything else that's worth talking about. It may not just be sports either. So, for my main man, Larry Loper, I'm Gilly Rosario. Stay healthy, be good to each other, watch the games, and we'll see you next week. Duval!
We'll see you next year.
Next year.
My man.
My man.